Hello there, it's Andrew Mount for GG, here to discuss the Tote Placepot and the Tote Jackpot for the final day of Royal Ascot, Saturday the 20th of June. Now, we kick off on Saturday with the 12:40, the silver Wokingham, the consolation race for the big sprint later on. That doesn't form part of the Placepot, it's the 7th race, but this one does, and it's a tricky affair as per usual, but not a lot of pace despite the fact this is a huge field sprint. So I'm tempted to include number 22, Gunmetal, who's likely to be up with the pace. He ran as though needing the race when third at Newmarket on his comeback. And the other one I like is number 2, Swindler, a course expert, unbeaten in 2 starts here, and another one who'll improve for his Newmarket comeback effort. Moving on to the second race, this is the 1:15, the Queen Mary 5 furlong contest for juvenile fillies. Now, I've done the Racing Post spotlight for this race, so I've spent several hours on it. The lucky pin came down on number 14, Sands of Time. Now, I wanted to take on the 2 at the head of the market. More Beautiful clocked a big figure last time out, but she's trained by Aidan O'Brien, who's yet to win this race, and he's 0 from 14 since 1997. That's as far back as my database goes. Campanelle, the second favourite, is trained by Wesley Ward, but her debut win came on firm ground at Gulfstream Park. She's not sure to appreciate the recent rain and is perhaps a little bit exposed on the far side of the track in stall 1. I'll also throw in a positive for a big price one here, number 9, Nurse Florence. Now, Jamie Osborne's filly was 3rd of 4 at Yarmouth on her debut, only beaten just over a length by Yamazan, who ran really well from a bad draw here on Wednesday. Was very green that day, missed the break, kept on strongly. And the yard had a similar type win second time out at Chelmsford on Wednesday, landing a bit of a touch after running green on debut at Lingfield earlier on. Moving on to the 1:50, this is another tricky contest, although I have to get involved with Painless Potter, I should say, for the Alan King yard. Now, Alan King's juveniles do really well second time out, regardless of where they finish on debut. And in the last 5 years, if you just bet every second time out Alan King trained 2-year-old, you'd have won 10 of your 54 bets and made over £67 to a £1 level stake at SP. Those who get beat often run really well in defeat at big prices. So an each way angle for number 11, Painless Potter here. The other one to include is Admiral Nelson, the favourite for the O'Brien yard. And others of interest, number 12, Kadir, and number 16, Thunder of Niagara. Both of those are by the scion Knight of Thunder, whose progeny can be backed blind and you can make a profit, particularly the juveniles, and particularly over this 6 furlong trip. Moving on to race 4, the Coronation Stakes, the 2:25. This is a very weak renewal of this race. There's nothing here that I've got a strong case for. Wasn't hugely taken with Quadrilateral's comeback 3rd in the 1,000 guineas, so I might take her on at the head of the market and perhaps side with Sharing, number 6, the US Raider. Moving on to the 3 o'clock, a couple I like here. I'm going to take Wichita to confirm Guinea's form at Pinatubo. Godolphin's horses haven't exactly been setting the world alight at Royal Ascot this week. And the other one I like is number 6, Threat, for Richard Hannon. Last seen running a good race against the pace bias in the Middle Park Stakes at Newmarket last September. Lacks a run, obviously, but there might be a little bit of value there with Threat. And finally, the 3:35, this is the Golden Jubilee, and I'm going to side with Frankie Dettori's mount, the new Irish sprint superstar, that's Skeptical. So he's a bit of a Placepot banker for me. That's it, and until next year, best of luck on the final day at Royal Ascot, and I hope you land the Placepot or the Jackpot. Cheers.